Welcome to the channel. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're going to have a look at some of the tactical issues that your Man United still face. I know Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's left, but there's still some problems which are haunting United. So even in the victory on Tuesday against Villarreal for the first hour had better chances, but for David De Gea would probably have been leading. So having absorbed plenty of pressure and eventually a clean sheet, it was only the third of the campaign after 26 matches. Carrick, or whoever the new interim head boss, will know that his side cannot rely on De Gea's exploits all the time. Such an approach is not sustainable, and all teams do not call upon their goalkeeper with such regularity. Defensive issues have been the primary issue behind the recent slump, but the fact that United won a league-high 31 points from losing position last term suggests the attacking strengths have been propping the defensive weakness up for some time now. United ranked 17th in the Premier League with 21 goals conceded and are the most error-prone side in the division along with Arsenal. Interestingly, United are beginning to rank very poorly for points lost from winning positions, having ceded 5 already, which could be an indication that the tide is turning and the customary comebacks are waning. Indeed, the failure to overturn results and mistakes are becoming increasingly prominent. United have made 11 errors leading to a shot against them in the Premier League this season. No other team has made more. An area which comes under widespread criticism after the Liverpool defeat was the errors that occurred down the left channel. Drilling down deeper behind the leaky rearguard and mistakes, United show signs of deficiencies across a raft of defensive metrics, ranking bottom in the division for tackles and winning duels, 19th for interception and winning aerials, and 15th for ball recoveries. Carrick told Jadon Sancho he is in control of his own destiny after he got his first United goal. Sancho has been slow to fire since a £73 million move from Dortmund in the summer, but the goal capped the England forward's best display yet for United. Carrick said, "For Jadon it's a massive boost. It's a big goal for him, but it was about his performance overall. We know how much Jadon likes the ball to his feet. You see the smile on his face, but the pleasing thing for me was the effort and application he put in. At times, he was not seeing a lot of the ball, but was always doing a job and playing a big part in the team performance. In the end, you get your rewards, and I'm delighted for him. I think Jadon epitomised the team performance. It's up to Jadon now what happens next and how he kicks on." In addition to his attacking output, Sancho showed a willingness to track back and made 4 tackles during the match, more than any other teammates. It is the type of extra protection in midfield Fred and McTominay have struggled to provide this season. Sancho is not the only one whose season is in need of a reboot. Solskjaer was a popular figure around the club, but it is completely understandable that some of the players on the periphery of the squad would have been irked by the lack of involvement. Carrick has an opportunity to begin using them again. One of the many problems for Solskjaer was that defeat to Young Boys in the opening Champions League game, coupled with elimination from the Carabao Cup, left him with little room to rotate. That became an issue when the big names began to struggle. Lingard, Mata, Dalot, Telles, Van der Beek, Martial, they've all been left undercooked when they should have been rotation options used to keep the squad fresh. There were signs of change in the selection against Villarreal. Carrick appeared bemused by the line of questioning beforehand when asked about Bruno Fernandes' omission. It is not newsworthy when Thomas Tuchel or Pep uses the squad. Perhaps this is the culture that United need to return to if they are to improve. According to Paul Merson, Ronaldo's return to Old Trafford last summer threw Solskjaer's United's plans out of the window, and the stats below support this view. However, if he needed it, Carrick will have also been reminded of Ronaldo's importance to the team on Tuesday, or more specifically, the importance of his goals even at the age of 36. The interim manager opted to station Ronaldo on the left-hand side of a 3-man forward against Villarreal, albeit with a license to roam, a tactic that worked to perfection with the forward going on to score the crucial opening goal 12 minutes from time. There's not much more I can really say about Ronaldo, Carrick said. He said he's calm and clinical. The Portuguese forward's breakthrough strike was the third time he has scored a match-winning goal in the final 15 minutes of a Champions League match this season, again underlining his importance to the team. But has it now become an over-reliance? That's the question. So another question is, should Maguire still be captain? Solskjaer surprised onlookers when he made Harry Maguire club captain 5 months into his time at the club in January 2020, when Ashley Young joined Inter Milan. But towards the end of his tenure, the Norwegian was having to field questions about the England defender's leadership qualities with increasing regularity. Recent reports indicate Maguire has not had the full backing of his teammates when it comes to wearing the armband, and in fact resented his appointment so soon after arriving at the club. A lot of fans don't feel like he's a natural leader when you look at other personnel. There is arguably three ahead of him through the spine of the team: De Gea, Fernandes and Ronaldo. Scott McTominay is potentially a future captain, but right now possibly Maguire is ahead of him. His form has dipped dramatically since the European Championships, alongside Luke Shaw as well. Maguire is stationed next to Shaw, so it's felt contagious, bumping into each other twice recently, leading to a goal being conceded against Liverpool, and they were fortunate not to concede another against Spurs. Fans have not been impressed by the post-match interviews, and his celebration when scoring for England against Albania was described by Roy Keane as embarrassing, before he was sent off in a 4-1 defeat at Watford for a ludicrous challenge when already on a yellow brandished 7 minutes earlier. His form will improve, and Carrick stuck by him during the first game as interim boss, but the question for the manager coming in until the end of the season remains whether Maguire should wear the armband. At present, it feels like being an unnecessary extra burden at a time when he must focus on returning to his usual high standards. Carrick stuck with Fred and McTominay as a double pivot in midfield, and it was the Brazilian who emerged with plenty of credit following the win in Spain. It was Fred's pressing which led to Ronaldo's opener, and the much maligned midfielder also started to move, which led to Sancho's strike in the final minutes. Speaking after the Manchester derby, Keane savaged United's display, saying it felt worse than the Liverpool defeat, and took aim at the midfield. He said, "I look at characters like McTominay, who he's learning his trade, and Fred in midfield. These players are not good enough for Manchester United." Keane said he would grab Ollie and ask, why is he playing Fred? With the Sky Sports pundit highlighting the defensive midfield position as a major weakness. This was a good start of the post-Ollie era, however. Fred regained possession on 10 occasions against Villarreal, more than any other player on the pitch, and the tenacity he shows in pressing Etienne Capoue into a mistake is now a positive factor. In the aftermath of the win over Villarreal, former players Owen Hargreaves and Rio Ferdinand spoke about needing a manager that brought a fear factor to the dressing room. When the side is disjointed, the players must feel the heat coming their way. For now, Carrick, a relic of the old regime, remains possibly too close to the group to have that authoritative voice. In games where the side have not performed well, as United did not in certain parts on Tuesday, the players need to feel obliged to sprint down the tunnel for the manager's half-time talk. They already got the impression Antonio Conte is bringing it to the group at Chelsea. Thomas Tuchel has shifted standards at Chelsea when replacing Frank Lampard. There is such clarity, and the next appointment at United must not hark back to former glories.